Hello, and welcome to another update video on SUI. I'm here on the daily time frame for SUI, and the situation on the daily chart is unchanged. SUI has pushed a little bit higher today, and we're approaching the next resistance level here around $4.30. Someone asked me yesterday if I changed anything here, any targets, and the answer was no. So everything has changed. Everything has changed. Everything has stayed the same. So just need to show you the daily chart for context, especially the videos that are more popular, like SUI, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP. I like to regularly show you the bigger picture, even though you do have you have access to our live charts on Discord if you're interested. But there are many new viewers every day, especially when things heat up a bit. I think it's important to zoom out a bit, just because if things move fast, you don't want to necessarily get stuck too much on the smallest time frames. So the idea is currently that we could be moving up in a fifth wave to the upside there, which can take us to around about $10. So again, that's kind of been my message for the last few weeks. Again, you can really only calculate targets once you have a low in place for a wave 4. Then you can calculate a target for wave 5, or when you have a 1-2 setup, then you can also use that to calculate targets for the third wave to the upside. And we have a 1-2 setup, and the target for the third wave, target for the third, that needs to be adjusted a bit, but it doesn't matter because the overall target would be for all 5 waves. Here, the area around $10. Yeah. Why? Because if you have a 1-2 setup, then the target for circle wave 3 would be around $8.17 plus, and for wave 5, $10.16 plus. So the idea over the last few days has been that not only the last few days, but last few weeks has been that we could easily get to around about $10 plus in this move to the upside. Obviously, that doesn't mean you need to trade it all the way up to that level. That is always a misunderstanding. Trading is all about reward and risk. Analysis is all about structure. So the analysis tells us that technically this move can reach $10. Yeah. Higher is possible, but let's first see if we get there. Usually you would expect a fifth wave to get to at least the 161.8 FIB extension of the initial 1-2 setup. And that is around $10 there. And it can always go higher, but hey, let's first see if we can break above key levels here, specifically the next resistance around $4.30. And then here, $5.38 is a significant level. That is the swing high, which formed there on, I think it was the 5th or 6th of January there. So overall, things are looking good. Momentum is up. And I did say to you before, don't necessarily expect here another 1-2 setup. I'm going to watch for it, but it's not absolutely needed. We don't need to see another 1-2 setup in circle wave 3. We might see a fairly direct move to the upside without another well-structured 1-2 setup structure. Even though SUI has been really good at forming some microstructures. But you see, in this third wave up, which formed between September 24 and December 24, which we've been tracking clearly together, the initial 1-2 setup was tiny. So you might not even, it might be hidden already here somewhere. Maybe we've already completed this 1-2 like that. This is impossible to say right now. So overall, focus on higher prices. Next objective for the bulls would be a break above $4.30, then a break above $5.38. I think a lot of people would be happy with that already. And then the target $10 comes more into focus and will not seem that far away anymore. People get warmed up about that target, all right, now that we're moving up quite rapidly, right? It seemed very distant when we were in this support area. It was hard to believe, but now we're getting closer, right? But we're still far away. So we'll see if we get there. The momentum is up anyway, and this is the smaller time frame. Here you can see in a little bit more detail how the price actually reacted to our wave 2 support area in June, and then from there we saw a rally. I don't really treat this as an impulse at the moment. I treat this more like a diagonal structure at the moment that's unfolding. So that could be a wave 1, right? I just shared that with you. Maybe we get another 1-2 setup. It is worth checking in on it. It's worth tracking it. But it's just important that we understand that there is no need. The market it does not need to give us another wave 2. We're not entitled to another 1-2 setup. So use the setups when they are there. The move to the upside here could be a 5-wave move in wave 1 that we're tracking here. Yeah. And it could be wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. So tracking here 5 waves to the upside is absolutely something we could go with. For now, this is what I'm tracking, and the idea is that we are currently holding even here upper micro support. This is the support area I shared with you yesterday. So if you watched yesterday's video, then you know about this support area. 365 to 385. So actually the structure hasn't changed, but the market has started to test this area. You see it. Market has started to test this area. We have a first response. SUI, one of the few coins that's actually showing some upside today. And I mean, the message here is circle wave 3, which is the third wave in that potential diagonal structure. Circle wave 3 should form a top very, very soon. It might have topped already. I have no evidence for it though. But Circle Wave 3 is basically due to complete. Circle Wave 4 is due now. It might need another high before Circle Wave 4 starts. And micro support that helps us as a signal basically, yeah, is between 365 and 385. What does it mean? It means that it takes a break below support there, below 365, for an indication that Circle Wave 4 has started. I would believe that is quite a decent signal. It's also quite close to the current price. So getting a break below 365 will shift the focus to that support area there for Circle Wave 4, which is between $3.05 and $3.39. This is key support for Circle Wave 4. What shouldn't happen in any Wave 4 pullback is a break below $3.05. I mean, if it happens, the focus will shift to these previous swing lows around $2.80. But honestly, ideally, the price holds above $3.05 in any pullback. This is really the most important Fibonacci support area I have here. Up here, this is really just weak micro support for maybe one more high on the nano level. This is not in any way this should not mean, okay, we get another high. The possibility is there. I mean, support for direct upside continuation is $3.65. But, I mean, the message here is I would not be surprised if we start Circle Wave 4 now. But we need some kind of a signal, right, to be able to tell that Circle Wave 4 has started. And that would be a break below $3.65. That is the update on SUI. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, I invite you to join us on X for additional updates, additional content, additional videos. You can ask questions. I'll be there after this video. Just follow us here if you're interested. You can find a link in the comment section. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.